Go live is required live. No, just go live.
It says it's live.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
we
it?
good on my end.
I
All
saw.
right. It's
Yeah.
saying, all right, now it is. Hey guys, thanks for coming to Politics and Live. This is Jordan. Hope you all have an amazing day. Please like, comment, subscribe. Today we have a table talk with P. Ray, my friend John, my friend Dennis, and Vashtian, the Chicago conservative. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good,
Great.
thank you.
Doing good.
So, Vashtian, you're the one with the topics. Let's get it started.
Man, so today there was a Trump rally in Inglewood, and I just wanted to know specifically what happened, man, because I'm hearing that we there was a lot of people that was, a kind of aggressive when it came to, us showing our, support for Donald Trump. I couldn't make it at this rally, man, unfortunately, guys, but so that's why I'm just trying to get filled in. So P-Ray,
So,
do you have,
go ahead.
anything you want to say? Or Dennis?
Yeah. So, I think it went well under the circumstances. The messages did not get delivered how they needed to. The people didn't know that we were coming, and the person who told us that they were going to set it up didn't come. I don't know what's going on. And once I
Right.
explained that to them, they said okay. And I think too, I was able to calm the situation down a little bit because it was very territorial, and I let them know I'm not here to infringe on your territory at all. I live on the west side. I don't want to come over here. I don't want to fight you. I don't need this space. I'm not here for that. But one guy told me, he's like, if they'd known that we were coming, they wouldn't have painted over the mural. And I said, see, I didn't know who to talk to or what to do. But after I talked to them, another guy came with those Trumpian shirts. Um,
Uh-huh.
yeah, so he said that we're gonna do it again. I talked to all the guys; they understand now. It was just good. It was really good. Like at first, it was like contentious, but then it was like good afterwards. Like this one guy was like all in my face. He's like screaming and yelling, and I'm like, "What's that about? Why are you yelling? Why are you screaming?" So then I
Yeah,
just turned my back to
because
him.
they could never debate. They never got
No,
real
no, but
like
he
talking
was
to
like
him.
just being intimidating and bullying. And I just told him, you don't get to talk to me like that. And I just turned my back to him. So then he like walked away, and then this guy talked to him. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna come back and apologize to you because as a man, I shouldn't talk to you like that. You're a woman, but we just didn't know
Right.
y'all were coming. I said, I thought that all of this was set up. There's
So,
no reason for me to come over here. I could have stayed on my side of the city, and they would have even threw a barbecue. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't have to
Hmm.
come over here at all.
can I
So
say
yeah,
something
once
real
we
quick?
like got that clear, it's clear. And now we have more people. So I said to say we met people, educated more people, had more visibility. Now they want to do another one. We met a lot of young guys, young dudes. And then so I get the Trumpian shirts, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna drive to Garfield Park because
I saw
everybody's
that. I
outside.
saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I pulled up and I asked this like group of young. They were like maybe in their early 20s. And I'm like, are you
Yeah, they
all
look
Trump
fairly
supporters?
young. I seen a lot. I seen some black women out there too.
So let me tell you, the young girls though, they were not with it. Okay, they were like, no, we don't support Trump. So then I pulled up on those guys. I said, do y'all support Trump? And they were like, hell yeah. I'm like, I got these shirts.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
saw
when I
that.
That's
gave the
awesome.
shirts, and we went live.
That's awesome.
I want to explain why the young girls or the young ladies, especially black ladies, don't want to support it because the Democrat and the media are using them to wedge uh, the vote between the black man and the black woman.
Yep,
So if
100%.
Yep.
you look at that, so if you look at it, my question would be to them: if you don't support Trump, what does Kamala have to offer to you? Now, the only two things that Kamala's gonna have is
Abortion.
abortion
Yep.
and racism.
Right.
Yep.
It's just like it's just the same old playbook over and over and over again. So as us being black, we should be like, okay, we hip to this game. We don't need this no more. Let's throw that playbook out and then see what Trump could do to the help the country in 2024, going on 2025. So
Mhm.
it's like the media and the liberals are using the black women to divide. It's like divide and conquer, and they use the black woman against the black man. Now
Yeah.
now here's the thing. They talking about when Wednesday. Now P-Ray got a more insight of it because they had that National Black Journalism Conference, and when Trump was in office, they was talking about the black job. So, P-Ray, you could explain that much more, Ralph, and from Wednesday, because I want to start that off with Wednesday all the way up to today.
So I ended up going to NABJ. I was not expecting to go to NABJ at all. This is just like a stroke of good luck. So I go downtown. I'm supposed to like have coffee with a woman I know. And she's like, come in. You can come. I have a seat for you. Hurry up. So I like park my car on the meter and then I go into the hotel. So I got on my Trump hat. So now all these people are like, who is this girl wearing this sparkly Trump hat? So the lady from the campaign, I'm like, wait her
so many cameras. It was crazy.
Yes, I'm telling because it's the journalism conference, right?
I'm so jealous.
I'm like waving them down. So then they come down, they call me up. They write out a little pass for me to go. I said, is this pass sufficient? Will I be able to go through? Yes, you're fine. So then we go to the second set of doors and the girl's like, no, stop. You can't come in. You don't have a pass. And I'm like, they just gave me this pass and I'm with them. So then she's like, but you know, like trying to give me a hard time because I got my hat on.
Yep, it's the hat. That's definitely
it. Anyway, she ended up talking to whoever she wanted to involve herself with, and they said, let them in. So we go, we sit in. I sit right in the front row, like, but off to the right. So I'm sitting there, and then all these media people start like approaching me, and I'm like, okay. So they're like, who are you? Why are you wearing this hat? Blah 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 blah. I'm like, you know, we support Trump in Chicago. Chicago's turning red. Tell everybody, Black Chicago's voting for Trump. Okay. Get that out now. Black Chicago's definitely voting for Trump. And they were like, oh, all right. So they do the conference. The girl's like super rude to Trump. But
man,
that was ridiculous.
She was very, very, very rude.
Right off the bat, she was rude.
But Roland Martin is the one who coached her to do that. So I'm sitting. So there are like 3 rows, right? 3 sections, right, middle, left. And Roland Martin is sitting in the front row. He's doing this stuff with his hands, and he's screaming out, "You're not telling the truth. That's not true." Like heckling the president while like guiding this girl. Wow. So it's actually him that's doing all of this. And so he was so outrageous that I caught what he was doing, like in my side view. And I'm like, what is this? So then I took a picture of him and I'm like, look, everybody, it's Roland Martin who's doing all of this. So that girl needs to be sanctioned. But not only does that need to happen, but Roland Martin needs to be muted because he really ruined a really good opportunity for Black people to have a very serious conversation with Donald Trump.
That don't
they
make
were
us
talking
look
about
good.
January 6th.
Yeah, well, they don't want that. They don't want that. They want nothing but division. And it's going to take strong women and men in your guys' community doing what you're doing, showing up with the hats, showing up in force, regardless if you get pushed aside. You can't stop what's coming. You can't stop. Chicago's going to be turned. California's going to be turned.
Oh, Cali,
it's going to take men and women like you guys breaking down them walls, bro. 100%.
It's funny. It's funny that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, P-Ray.
Oh, no. I was just going to say it's funny that you brought up that specific subject because I just saw a video on Twitter before we joined this of Tucker Carlson's like head publicist that works for his company calling out Roland Martin to his face. And there was like a live of it on Twitter that's going viral. And he's like, I was just being a real journalist with this. And he's like, why? How? Like ignoring or interrupting Trump constantly and talking over him? Yeah, no. And he was just pretty much saying, I'm a real journalist, you're not. And he's like, no, you aren't. He's like, you're just interrupting Trump and looking ignorant and not letting us have like what he's supposed to be here for, a good talk. It's bullshit that they let that fly.
Let me explain something to you about Roland Martin. Okay, I've been watching Roland Martin just as long as P-Ray and Vashon have. But here's the thing about Roland Martin. Roland Martin is not a journalist. Okay? He more like an opinion. If you don't agree with his opinion and stuff, he'll talk over you. And then he'll talk about
like Don Lemon.
He's worse than Don Lemon.
I would say he's worse than Don Lemon.
He's way worse than Don Lemon and stuff. Because Don Lemon, he'll snake his sarcasm. Roland Martin will go straight fast forward at you.
I agree.
And see, the thing about Roland Martin is, and I hope he hear this, he's not happy to see black people to achieve. He don't want black people to be an entrepreneur. He don't want black people to freely choose who to vote for, whether if it's Trump or Biden or Trump and Harris. The only thing he was stuck on at the time was when Obama was president during his 2 terms. So Roland Martin is not a true journalist. If he is, where did he get his credential from to become a journalist? Here's the thing. Roland Martin, probably so.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Roland Martin did not go to a HBCU. He's a grad. He went to Texas A&M. But he talking about HBCU. Now, and then all of a sudden he got a dashiki and stuff. And he really disrespects Harris Faulkner. He really disrespects her because he figured that Harris Faulkner, that was on, she represented Fox News,
right,
did not have no rights to be on that stage.
See, that's the thing. But see, I follow him on Twitter. All of this was him hating. He was upset because he wasn't chosen to be a person on the panel.
Right.
And that he just started like doing a whole hate campaign. But beyond that, I think they also couched it like that so that if Trump had any problems, they could say that it's Trump attacking black women. And then they're going to make the black women versus Trump thing. But then right afterwards, the press came and asked me all these questions. All these press people like rushed me, right? So everybody's like, I got all these cameras and these lights, and they're just asking me all this stuff. And I'm just explaining to them like what we're doing, who we are, why Kamala is black because she's of African descent, but she's not a black woman like me. She's not an American Negro woman like me. And she doesn't get to use my image to advance herself. She shouldn't be talking about greens and cornbread. She should be talking about oxtails, peas, and rice, right? Because she's a Jamaican. But she's like, I'm just, and it's like, no, that's not you. It doesn't even come off as authentic. But what I found
she tries too hard, and it comes off really fake. But Peter,
yes,
I want to ask you a question about this this journalist convention. So when Trump was speaking, and I was watching this video, right, and he was basically saying, yeah, you understand what I'm saying, and it was a woman screaming in the front. So the people want to know, was that you?
Could have been.
That's awesome.
He definitely acknowledged that. You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
I didn't watch the whole thing, but if it was you, that's awesome.
That's me.
That would have been me.
That's because I was wondering that.
There's one guy sitting next to me, like, so we're in the right side and there's the middle, but he's at the middle, like at the edge where the two sides meet. He's like, I'm trying to hear. Then I'm like, you should be quiet and listen. Thank you. And so then I'm like listening to Trump again, like. No,
was he
I had a ball. But like,
was he an LGBTQ?
No, he was. And it's funny because when he came to interview me on the mask, he was talking to me through the mask, and I was like, this is weird. And so the press comes, right? And they're asking me all these trippy questions. So they're like, oh, when was America good for black people? And I'm like, yesterday, like today.
Now, right. That's
like, what are you talking about?
They want that victim mentality. They want that victim mentality.
I said the problems with black people began when they took the troops out of the South and the Democratic Party started to attack us again. That became the decline of black people with Jim Crow. And that's the Democratic Party. Yeah. We're done with these people. They can't just keep on harassing us. And people were like, wow. So that's us. That's me. That's my experience. And yes, I'm so excited. I feel great. And then today I went to the park and I gave out shirts. And watch the video for yourself. You'll see that Chicago's MAGA country.
I love that. Yeah. I'm going to have to sign up for all of your guys' YouTube channels.
So, hey, Dennis, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
You brought up something that really caught my attention. Because I don't know why, but we promoted this rally, right? And I feel like they did this after they knew we was promoting this rally in Inglewood, because you said, saying no, ain't no random people just gonna walk up with a bucket of paint and just paint over the Trump painting. So my thing is this, guys. Well, Dennis, I'm really asking everybody, who do you think painted over this Trump painting? Do you?
I
Think
know
it was
who
just
did
a
it. I
peep?
met him today.
Who do you think?
No,
or
I
do
met
we
him
know?
today. The man who did it. I met him. He said that he didn't know that we were coming. He said that he didn't know people liked it. If he would have known that people liked it and we were coming, he wouldn't have painted over it. And I'm like,
Okay,
oh.
I got
So he
rebuttal
didn't.
on that one because see, here's the thing.
Wow.
But look at it like this here. What was the purpose of him painting over that mural?
Because he had the assumption that people didn't like it.
That's what I was just. Wow.
But see, here's the thing. That's called speaking out for everybody and stuff. Don't speak for everybody. You speak for yourself. He didn't. To be honest with you, he should not have painted over that mural because nobody did form the complaint to City Hall to do that.
Well, no, he's the streets and
But he's the one that did it, though, Dennis. That's what she's saying. He's the painter.
I understand that, but but I don't agree with it because if anything, that means that somebody called 311.
But also, there's gang graffiti right across the street. That's still present. So I'm like, why didn't they paint over the gang graffiti?
Why
just the Trump mural? But it's okay.
But see, that's the whole problem right there. They doing too much for no reason, and then when it's time to do something, you don't see them do anything at all and stuff. So the thing about it is that just like when I first got there and set up, this guy over here rapping and raving about F Trump. Y'all don't have no business coming
that's
over
so
here.
dumb.
All they can say.
That's all they say.
I'm ready to rip my hair out when
of,
I hear that, bro.
John, they live in Chicago, by the way, so they're like right where all the good stuff's happening lately with the Trump stuff.
Hey, gentlemen, ladies, have you heard of Bishop Larry Gators?
No.
He talks about the Boule. He talks about the Boule, and Boule is was a black fraternity that's still around today. That they appoint black leaders into the communities to keep them at the level that they're at the level in the communities, and they give them money, power, but they're a voice for them and to keep the black community where it's at. You never heard of the Boule? Look up Bishop Larry Gators when you guys.
So I'm in a sorority, and both of my parents are in fraternities. My dad's in a fraternity. My mom is in a sorority. So when I hear things like that, I find it very offensively outrageous.
No, I'm not talking about
fraternities. Hold on, because see, you don't know. You just can go by what they tell you. So I have to tell you. So because I come from that 100% on both sides, I can promise you 100%. That there are not meetings where people get together and they pull out their notebooks and compare notes on how they tried to compromise the Negro people for the month, right? That's not the goal of the people. I think that.
So you don't think that there's select fraternities? This is the whole thing. This is not just me coming up with it. This is people.
I'm in those sororities. Kamala and I are in the same sorority. My mother's in that sorority. I grew up in that sorority.
Right.
I'm a member.
But see, here's the thing.
So that doesn't mean
that's
everybody's
not what
bad
we're
in the
doing.
fraternity.
I promise you, we're not doing that.
Well,
we do service and give out scholarships.
That's like saying everybody's bad as a Democrat, right? Like I'm not saying everybody's bad. I'm saying that this is just Bishop Larry Gators and what he went into.
And I'm not in it. And so what those people do is because they don't have access to those spaces, is that they make these things up. People who say those things have never been in those organizations. They've never attended a meeting. They've never even come to a program that we've thrown. They've never come to a service activity, a fundraiser, nothing. But then they sit on the side and they make up these shenanigans and just pontificate them to the world. I'm telling you, I live that life.
Yeah,
and you don't know.
Like more hearsay.
You didn't teach yourself that.
It's just information.
And I'm not offended by you at all.
No, I wasn't trying to offend you at all. I was just asking if you had heard of them. Not at all.
No, I'm telling you, I've heard of that because technically I am those people. Right. I'm telling you, like to the T, I'm those people.
That's good to know. That's good to know.
Yeah, that's not what we're doing.
Because I just heard that one thing.
But see,
I don't even know what you're talking about. I've never heard that.
Here's the thing: the difference between P. Ray in the AKA and Kamala in the AKA. One is black.
Right.
Oh, so that's like a sorority, like at a college sorority? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh. I was like, what are you I didn't know what you guys were talking about. Sorry.
Yeah.
So John, can I? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dennis.
Yeah. So today, it was early, and then one person was screaming, hooping, and hollering, arguing. Well, if an immigrant rape your daughter, what would you have done? I say he ain't gonna get that far because I'm gonna put a bullet in his head.
Exactly.
That's my answer right there.
Right.
Oh no, but see, this is what they do. The liberal buffoons, that they want you to get down to your level, like right here, and get down to the basement where they so happy to be at, and then they want you to get all emotional, irrational, and stuff. And then they're not happy
until it happens to them.
Well, they not really.
But we had converts today. We got converts, and that was a good thing. People came, they listened. They were like, you guys are right. We're in. You're right. Thank you.
I love that.
I didn't know.
It sounds like 60-40.
Huh? What'd you say?
He said it sounded like 60-40.
Oh no, it wasn't even 60-40.
It sounded
I would say like 90-10. Because once I got those guys together, those guys were together. Like that was it. There was no more fussing.
Nobody told me all of that, P-Ray. I'm sorry.
Huh?
Nobody told me all that.
Yeah, but it was okay. I'm telling you, like, I don't feel uncomfortable.
Let's hear about the conversos.
Like, I'm a woman, but you guys can't bully me. I'm not gonna let you bully me. We can talk, but you're not gonna come and aggress me and no, no. I'm a woman. You a man.
P-Ray, you said you converted some people. What was that like? Seeing that shift, man. I want to hear about that.
They were like, wow. When we talked about the border. When we talked about the food money that they're getting right now, how everything is gone up. Everything is going up for us because we are giving all this money to a group of people who have never paid anything.
Yep.
That's it. Like no matter where you are on the spectrum, you're gonna align yourself with that as an American, and that's what people. That's what MAGA is. America first. I just told one of my girlfriends this, and she's like a lesbian liberal. But then I talked to her today. I told her, you know everything you talking about is MAGA. Everything you saying right now is MAGA. And she's like, really? I said, yeah, just come welcome to the team. She's like,
just
I never
common sense.
Like that.
Right.
Just common sense. I feel like it's just common sense policies.
Yeah.
To make it all twisted.
But they got they got the media. They barrage everybody with their garbage. So even if you don't believe it, when you hear it from every station, it just seeps into whether you believe it or not. Well, it must be true. Everybody's saying it.
But see, here's the thing. They using the word Trump is affiliated with Project 2025.
Oh, I hate that.
And see, here's the thing.
That's so annoying.
All you gotta do is the only thing everybody gotta do.
It's not even that bad though.
No, it's not.
It's not bad.
It's not bad because if you go on the webpage, the site, it always talks about conservative value, Christian value. It didn't say nothing about, well, we're going to stop women from having an abortion and all that. It didn't say nothing.
That's what I'm like. The left are the ones that's really harsh on abortion, not the right.
And they don't even know the history of Planned Parenthood either. It seems like none of them know the history of it.
They don't.
Of why they opened Planned Parenthood.
I went to City Hall and they were talking about abortion. And I told them I didn't believe in it. So then this white lady was like, well, it's a woman's right to choose. I said, I'm a black woman. I'm a Negro woman. And I understand what abortion is for me and my people. And she's like, well, that was our past. I said, no, you don't get to dismiss that. That's my past. That's genocide. They pushed that on me. I can't sit here and support that ever. Never, ever, ever. You all were sterilizing women against their wills. They call them Mississippi appendectomies. And a Mississippi appendectomy is when they fix you. And then, like, if you had a bunch of babies, like by a bunch of men early, you would get an appendectomy. And that's when they would, like, sterilize you. Like, they've been doing this stuff for a very long time. That's crazy. No, I'm not standing with that. And they were so offended. And I'm like, who are you to be offended that I'm offended as a black woman? Like, how selfishly racist can you be? But that, I don't know. They're just, they're too much. I think that more black women have to start talking. That's it. Because when black women talk,
that's what they
can't say that you're being racist, you're being sexist. You could just meet them where they are, and then they can't defend what they're talking about.
Agree 100%.
Well, you're doing that, so that's good. I love that.
Yeah,
I heard it was a white liberal Democrat that opened up Planned Parenthood, and the purpose was to depopulize minority babies. Is that true?
Yeah,
Her name is
Margaret
Sanger.
That's it.
Yes.
Margaret Sanger.
Margaret Sanger.
That's right.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Do you know she was the
She's the leader of Planned
spokesperson for the WKKK, the Women of the Ku Klux Klan?
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
abortion
God.
was actually one of their service projects.
That's crazy.
She was an
Yes.
open Satanist too, by the way, too, guys. She was an open Satanist.
That's why they're all in bad neighborhoods. That's why they're all in lower income neighborhoods. They're not. You know what I mean? It's sad.
Yeah, they we got one on the south side.
Yeah, I got
think
one down the
is-
street from my area.
It's one on the south side.
They're all
One
over the
down
place.
They're everywhere.
And one on the, I think it's one on the west side. I'm not for sure, but I believe it was one on the west. Still
Yeah,
is.
we do
on the
prayer
west
walks.
side.
We do prayer walks at our Planned Parenthood, and we don't scream. I'm not that type of Christian. We just pray. We worship over at a church, and we walk up praying, and then we get there, and then we pray. We intercede in front of the place, and then during the week they have people that go there and that are out there for the women to let them know that there's a different alternative. You know that you can. There's adoption. There's this, so they literally minister to these women. And it's so sad. You know, some of them are just crying that the boyfriend's making them do it or whatever. You know, a lot of times they don't know there's another option. You know what I mean? They don't want them to know there's another option.
So, John, can I ask you something? I want your opinion on something, guys. So recently, oh, John, you still there with us?
John.
Oh,
Might be
man.
his signal.
Oh,
It must be.
well,
his
I'll
signal.
just ask everybody then. So, you know, recently France just, you know, they had an Olympics, right? Well, they're currently having an Olympics. And they opened up with this, I don't know what you want to call this, but I think it was just a mock of the Last Supper.
Yep.
So
It was.
my thing is, when is it gonna? Oh, you back with us, John?
Yeah, sorry, my wife was calling. I just moved into a new house.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna just repeat the question. So recently, France, right? You know they're having an Olympics currently, and they opened up with basically mocking the Last Supper with transgenders, I believe, and basically just Gen Z type stuff. I don't know what they were doing or thinking, but you know, it was basically just a disgusting sight as a Christian.
And you know the Muslims condemned it too. They say because Jesus is the star of the Quran, so the grand leader of Iran condemned that. He said that is offensive to Muslims worldwide.
Wow. Muslim people honor Jesus 100%.
Right.
His name is Isa in the Quran.
So what do you think about that, John? What do you think about France mocking the Last Supper, and then what is the leader of France's name? I think his name is Macron.
Yeah, he's married to a dude.
He put a tweet out.
Whose husband, his wife is a transgender, which used to be a teacher. Used to be a teacher.
Yeah, I heard.
Him, right?
I heard
she said she's suing.
She
said that she's suing people who say that.
Candace Owens.
Yeah, I heard Candace say that.
Yeah, Candace Owens brought that up.
The lady said she's gonna sue.
We're all getting sued for talking about it. Then I guess.
So anyways, it's.
I don't have no money.
You know what? This is
the
Bible talks about.
I got no opinion on that. But my thing is, he made a tweet though. But he made a tweet, right? And he did a screenshot of them knocking the Last Supper, and he said, "This is France." So what do you think about them open?
So they say this is France, just like they say this is the black community, or this is this and this is that. But when you seen after what happened, they had a prayer vigil. They people literally came out from everywhere and had a prayer vigil coming against these things. So the media always is saying this is who America is, or this is who we are, but it's not. Trump's racist. Republicans are racist, but that's just a lie. Just like that's saying that's who France is. That's not. We're all inherently, we all want the same things. And the problem is we have these people in power speaking for us. So this is what's perfect with you guys and all of us coming together, that we speak for ourselves. No politician is going to change anything. It's going to be us running alongside them that's going to shift it and encompassing it with God, right? Like it's not one person. We all have to wake up. Just like you're going to the communities, you're changing people's thoughts, hearts, and minds. Like the media is going to barrage them, but we have to barrage them with love and the truth, because the lie can't stand against the truth. So that's why we got to keep bringing the truth.
Hey, real quick, I'm sorry to interrupt, but someone's watching and they just commented and said Trump backed out of the debate with Kamala. That's wild. And his
When
title,
did he do that?
Newsflash.
I know.
No
He
newsflash.
didn't do that.
No,
He wants to
no.
debate on Fox. He
Yes,
wants.
he did agree.
I will.
He
I'm
agreed.
gonna debunk that right now.
He'll
I
He
kill
know.
us.
don't want to debate.
And they're gonna do
on-
it in Philly. They're gonna do
And
it
she's
somewhere
back.
in
Yeah, she won't.
Pennsylvania
She
on
won't show
Fox.
up.
Yes.
What's
They're-
so
He wants to
funny
do it on Fox. He just did a debate on CNN and destroyed Biden.
Right.
Like, come
No,
on.
right. He'll
If the
demolish
name is
anybody.
Trump
He'll
one
demolish
termer.
anybody, dude.
That's
He'll
their
demolish
name.
anybody.
Trump one termer is their name. Trump one termer. So probably Trump deranged.
Yeah,
Probably
it's
so.
okay. Trump is
Yeah,
for
but-
people with high self-esteem.
Let me tell you
I-
something.
I didn't mean to interrupt
Why-
and change the subject. I just thought that was
Really,
funny to
Trump's
comment.
third
No,
termer.
no,
if
no,
I'm being
Right,
honest,
come on.
Yeah.
This
He's
is
on
a
that
very
third term.
interesting
Come on.
topic right here.
Trump's
This
third
is very
termer.
interesting.
Right, he's still
No,
president.
this is very interesting. It's amazing that how the liberals and the media say Trump is afraid to debate Kamala Harris.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
Trump
Laughable.
was supposed to debate Joe Biden. Then all of a sudden they formed a coup on
Right.
Joe Biden.
He was
Yeah.
scared to debate
Right.
Joe
Another
Biden,
party of
right? Now
democracy.
he's
They,
scared to
for,
debate
Free
Kamala.
Joe.
they
Yeah.
formed, they formed a coup, and I believe Kamala Harris has plenty to do with it.
Yeah.
So why all of a sudden you want Trump to go to CNN after he left?
We just left
debate
CNN.
Biden.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
just debated Biden on CNN.
He's a terrible debater. Kamala,
Who?
terrible.
She
Kamala
is
is terrible.
man.
Well,
Oh my God.
it's like you compare. You know what? I understand Dr. Seuss much better than I do Kamala Harris.
But no,
And
so
I-
listen, this is
They-
what
they were-
NABJ
they
was
responded.
supposed to be. It was supposed to set it up for him to debate Kamala. It was supposed to be Trump, losing his cool with these women, and then they'll say he doesn't respect black women, and then when
Oh,
he
he's a
goes
That's
and
what they
meets
wanted,
Kamala,
Yep.
they'll say, look, once again, he's being disrespectful to black women. Like, even today, people were like, you support him, and that's a white man insulting a black woman, and I'm like,
But P. Ray, let me ask you a question. Did they get that stimulus check because they were a black woman and stuff? Did
No.
they get that
So
stimulus? I'm just curious.
No, it's like
Oh my
it's like
God.
people are.
He's
they
a
believe-
racist.
They believe that I'm supposed to align myself with her unprofessional conduct because she's
Right.
a black woman, and they're like, "Oh,
offensive.
and I'm just like, "No, this woman was out of order. She didn't even say
And she
so."
actually-
as a hostess, as someone who hosts people, when they come on your show, you say, "Hi, thank you so much for coming. How you doing today?" Right? Anywhere you go, you're gonna speak to people. You just say, "Oh, let's get to the elephant in the room." Blah blah blah
Right.
blah 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 blah. blah,
So
blah,
P.
blah,
Ray,
blah.
can I ask you something? Cause you a black woman, right? So her actions that day at the Black Journalists Convention, right, when she was questioning Donald Trump. Maybe this just comes off as harsh, but I'm gonna just ask you just blatantly. Does that look good for black women what she did?
No, and that's what makes me so angry, right?
Because I feel like
now-
she's fitting the stereotype, which is
so
not
right,
really
so now
true
it
for
makes
black-
it difficult for someone like more difficult for someone like me to book guests, right? Because they don't
Right.
know if I'm gonna come and like try to be like in blah 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 blah, like da. So I said that NABJ needed to release a statement against her behavior, right? ABC has to release a statement against her behavior because at the end of the day, not only is he a candidate, but he's a former American president. And
Right.
a former
Yeah.
American
Yeah.
president is
No
afforded a
respect.
certain level of respect and deference. She wouldn't
Mom.
talk to the president of Mexico like that.
Nope.
So why did she do
Exactly.
that to Donald Trump?
He won't
Yeah,
even
so
do Joe
disrespectful.
Biden like that if he was.
Oh
being
no, they wouldn't
nominated.
even dare. They treat Trump.
They
They talk
wouldn't even-
down so bad to Trump.
Yeah, it's
But my
bad.
thing, but the question is this here. Okay, P. Ray, that's not going to happen with ABC because that's a very liberal show and stuff. So the only thing we could do is denounce her because I think Trump did a fantastic job to counteract
conducting
every
himself.
word that she said to him.
He put her in check.
He
When
did
I
though.
say check, he
She
checked her
deserved
like
it.
a granddaddy. Do you hear me? First off, little girl, like he like got her all
I gotta watch
the
that.
way together. It wasn't
And
disrespectful.
it felt like, and I felt like CNN was really trying to misconstrue the crowd because they were making it seem like, oh, the crowd wasn't really with Trump, but that's not really what I heard, P. Ray. What do you think? Because I heard people laughing.
Yeah,
I
you
heard
were there.
like Trump was like, what do you think?
He was funny. He
was definitely funny.
He's always funny.
I think that he has to work on the messaging around what's it called? Qualified immunity. That messaging has to be clear enough, okay? That's one thing I'll say. But when they tried to get him to talk about JD Vance, he's like, who cares about JD Vance? Like, again, we had other things to talk about, but they were looking for an aha moment. And that's what made the whole thing tacky and stale.
Yep.
Very, very tacky.
Messy.
Yep. It's always the same kind of questions and attacks too about January 6th, the insurrection, or it's always January 6th or the election. That's all they seem to bring up. It's getting old.
Right. See, that's all they stuck on is January 6th. Because they figure, well, Trump started this insurrection. And I know they didn't hear what he said completely because I saw the speech and stuff. And see, here's one thing, and P. Ray will correct me if I'm wrong. What the media is doing is they chopped it, edited it, cut it, sliced it, diced it, and make you. And then they put this puzzle.
Yep.
That's all dysfunction, and make it a video. And then they'll put it on the TV and stuff and say, listen what Trump say. And he say, I know you're going to go to the Capitol. Make sure your voice is peacefully and patriotically. Exactly. That's the two words.
There you go.
So not only that the media edited the whole speech.
CNN took that whole part out.
Right. Not only that. But not only that, most of the people who say he did an insurrection didn't even watch the speech. Not until they saw it at 12 o'clock or watched The View and stuff. And then, you got Joy Reid. She's
terrible.
I want to go on her show so bad.
That'd be awesome.
Telling them book me. I want to go Joy Reid and I want to go on the
Lord, help me.
Yes, send me.
Now, here's the thing. I don't mind going to View with T-Ray.
Oh, The View?
The
View? Oh,
so cringe.
Hey, it would be called.
Gotta be kidding me.
Hey, listen. It would be called The View.
Gotta be joking.
But listen, here's my reason. The reason why I want to go to The View, because I want to know when the last time Whoopi got on a diet. And then when is Sunny?
See, we don't have to talk about that. We have other things to discuss.
No, but P-Ray.
No.
Good for the hold on, listen.
No.
Good for the goose.
No.
Can't be good for the gander.
No.
Yeah.
Yo, Dennis is wilding.
I mean, if she look, Whoopi is not even a good actress since
but to be fair, I want to talk about
Color Purple. That is amazing.
No, that's what I was saying. Like, that's what I'm like. I want to talk about.
We're not gonna diminish her talent. She's amazing.
Yeah. I'm not gonna talk about her talent, nothing like that.
She tricked them. They believe she
do
was
that.
A nun,
she just got Trump derangement syndrome.
I believe in the singing nun when I go to church. But my thing, and then you got Sunny Hostin. She owe me money.
She's terrible.
She owe me reparation. I want my money and I want it now. That's all it is to it. See, and what's that other woman name? Joy
Behar.
Joy Behar.
Okay.
They all loved him too. They all loved him before
that noodle head lady.
You know what?
Yes.
Toilet Stain got more intelligent than she does.
That's good. P-Ray, if you were on The View, it'd be called The Viewing because you turn it into a funeral. I'd love to see it.
So we gotta.
I bring love and joy everywhere I go.
Hey man, that's how we beat this is with love.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm the opposite. Okay, I confess. I'm the opposite of the joy and love. I want to bring it back to you and stuff, however I see fit.
Yeah, Jen is blowing all the smoke, man.
Yeah.
We got a question from a viewer, by the way, when you guys are done.
Okay.
You can ask that question. I got a question for you too when we done with this one.
Oh, it's the same person. It said, can you go ahead and debunk all the what he said, anyone, anywhere, any place, and then backed out of something he agreed with? I'm not a fan of Kamala, though I'm a big constitutional, love 2A and 1A. Something that Trump doesn't do, though. He said burning the American flag should land you in jail for 1 year. So obviously isn't for the First Amendment if he believes in that. That's pretty much what they're saying. How do you feel about Trump's take on 1A?
Bernie Sanders is a communist, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know when people are going to realize this.
Yeah, you see what he was.
Please stop talking about Bernie.
His honeymoon, he spends it in Russia.
He supports communism.
Oh, no. He's not talking about Bernie. He said that Trump said that anyone who burns the American flag should be in jail for 1 year.
Yeah,
he should. You can't do that. The Supreme Court has already ruled against it. That's his opinion. Okay.
Yeah, that's the right opinion. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Nothing he can do about that.
Right. When you burn a flag,
I love this country.
You commit arson.
Right. But you know what? If you want to burn a flag, man. But if anything outside that, you know what I mean? Like, I love this country, man. And it's like, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. If we start taking away little things like that.
the First Amendment a little bit, though.
Yeah.
No, that's not even the First Amendment. Burning a flag is not part of the First Amendment, first of all. It's not. Yeah, it's a freedom of speech, symbol, and religion.
I feel like it falls a little bit on the free speech. That's just my opinion.
No, that's torture. I'm not.
I still hate it, though.
I do, too.
I don't approve of it. But that's
But see, here's the thing. I'm a veteran, a retired veteran.
Amen.
Right. That's offensive to y'all. Right.
And wear that uniform for 20 years, and just for some numbness to decide to torch the flag. I would not allow that for nobody. I don't think that's free speech. I think that's called disrespect the flag and disrespect 100%. The country.
I understand. Yeah. I don't. No. I 100% agree with you. It is disrespectful to our country. I don't think people should do it at all, too. But I just feel like it's one of those just be accountable for what you do type things, which falls under free speech. Like, if you gonna say this, then you need to be responsible and be accountable for what you say. That's kind of what free speech is.
Right, but see, a free speech means free to say what you want to say. It doesn't say nothing in the Constitution to torch the flag.
That's true.
No, right. Of course, I agree with that. But
but my thing with that is like, so it's just like censoring liberals and. Like, I feel like we should all have the right to our beliefs. Yeah, I don't believe my whole family's military. I got a whole background with it, but it's I don't agree with it, and I do think they should end up in jail. But you know that if you start cutting it there, then where does it stop? You know what I mean? Because not everybody believes the same way we believe, right?
Yeah, so 30 locking up Trump supporters. Lock them up for doing it. They're locking people up for praying outside abortion clinics. Lock these people up or deport them, I think.
Yeah, I like when Trump put people, what did he say? If 10 years, if you destroy a statue, destroy a monument.
I like that.
I mean, it stopped people from doing it.
All right, enough of comments from people. What were you going to say earlier? Sorry, I didn't mean to change the subject.
Yeah, I just want to ask you guys this. So, you guys know there was a national Black journalists convention, right? So, how would the media feel if there was a national white journalist convention? Do you guys think that?
This is why, again, delineation and ethnicity matters. So there could be like a national Irish American conference, right? Because they have their things that they report on. Everybody is entitled to their ethnicity, especially us, because we don't represent the immigrant class. So, like, nobody would feel no kind of way if, like, the Choctaw had a conference or if the Cherokee had a conference. But for us, we are always forced to lump everybody in with us. Yeah. And that is always the problem. That's why I say race is dead, everybody.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
Race is dead.
How do you think? Okay, so how would the left? So how would the left react to that then? How would the media during this like election year?
We already know.
We already
well,
know.
they're really mad. Okay, look. So right now on Twitter, there's like these big, what they call diaspora wars, and like Black people are like, we are our own ethnicity. Us, the American Negro people, we are non-immigrants. This is our box, our country. Let us just do us. Everybody is all pissed off. They're like, no, that's xenophobic, and you guys are being divisive. And we're like, no, you have your own tribe. Just because like I go to Nigeria, that doesn't make me Igbo, right? You're always gonna remind me that I'm not Igbo, that I'm an American, and I have my own roots in this country with my family. It's been here for a very long time.
100%.
So
yeah,
like,
that's right.
I don't. So that's where we are with it. So yeah, I think that with NABJ, they need to tailor that. Anything Black has to like be done. And that's why I'm against DEI. That's why I'm against affirmative action. All of that race-based stuff, because race-based stuff always includes white women and gay white men. So then, what's the purpose? The only people who don't get to participate are straight white men. Everybody else gets to come. So no, get rid of it. And then we'll do it based on ethnicity, and the people who need repair will get that repair through ethnicity-based repair.
Agree 1,000%.
P-Ray for president. P-Ray for president.
You know what I was when I heard or saw that they were doing the video whites, white people for Kamala. I was like, imagine if they did whites for Trump. They would say it's KKK rally. You know they would.
So the
it's
problem
ridiculous.
is, like, I really believe in communities. In each community, of course, you guys need to have journalists and meetings and all those things. But to make this a whole, I'm so tired of this race thing. We are American.
I agree.
We are American, but each culture makes us who we are. So nobody should be trying to lobby for this culture and say, "No, this is not who you are," or "No, this is not who I am." No, this is who I am. This is who you are. But as Americans, we need to come together and honor each other's culture. And you got in the communities, they need to have these. Just like P-Ray, you were there in your Trump hat in the front of the media, and you're bringing this. I didn't even know this even happened. I've been so busy with the move, so I'm so blessed to be on this tonight to hear the standpoint of the things that you're bringing to my attention. And it's because the media doesn't show this. The media does not show that in the inner cities and the people rising up, right? It's blanket. It's one. Hey, oh no, Black. No, we don't love. Trump's are racist. No, that's not the truth. That's not the truth. And so it's.
I'm telling you, watch the video on my Twitter page. You'll see these guys. Like I'll roll up. I'm like, y'all want Twitter shirts? I mean, these Trump are like, hell yeah. And then they come up. They're like, look, we love Trump. We love. This one guy said, when Trump was in office, my household didn't go without nothing. We love Trump. And then this lady walks up out of nowhere, and she's like, she's like, I want the Trump shirt. Hell yeah, I love Trump. I love him. You gotta just watch it. You will see. And that's like the authentic response that we're getting from people out here.
People love that kind of stuff. It's real too. It's not like fake or like bot, like Megan Thee Stallion or all these rich elites.
Put out.
What's that?
I feel like that needs to be put out.
What's that?
No, I feel like that video needs to like get put out.
Yeah, P-Ray, you need to do infomercials.
I'll send it to you.
P-Ray, you're not able to raise money to do infomercials?
I could,
Black for Trump?
Help me.
And this is all new to me, like with this all the media stuff. Like I've been spreading the word forever, but
I just messaged him today. I think John would be good in talking and getting in this market.
Yeah. So but we was outside during the hotel Wednesday.
I wish I could have been there.
Oh my God!
Oh yeah, man.
I watched that whole video and was laughing.
It was embarrassing.
It was so Sebastian arguing with that girl. You got a fucking ankle monitor on. You shouldn't even be here, bitch. I was laughing so hard. John, I'm gonna send you that later. I'm gonna send you that later, John.
It's because
who said that, me or Vaishon? Because I told her she got a. No, I say, how you gonna vote for how you gonna talk about a convicted felon and you wearing a low jack on your ankle?
I didn't hear that. But, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I was like, I'm like, hey, you calling somebody a convicted felon?
I would vote for him just because he is a convicted criminal. That's something
I thought you were washing your hair.
No, I put water in my hair. Listen, so I don't even have water. I moved into this house and I didn't It's my first time moving into Ohio. Already up, and so now my water's not gonna be on until Monday.
Oh.
So I gotta take showers down the road.
Your microphone's going out. Oh, somewhat heard what you said.
Yeah, but yeah, that was 3 news stations out there. It was WGN, Fox, and what was the third one?
ABC
News. Yeah. So
yeah,
I got interviewed by all 3, shouting out Chicago Red, and we definitely made a statement out there, guys. So
I agree.
Yeah, we definitely.
I truly
you
believe
can tell the difference. And look, and like what John said, like this is the stuff that the people don't want to show you, like the love and the respect that's on our side and the diversity, because it was white people, Hispanics, all type of people over there on Trump's side.
Yeah,
we just showing love. You know what I'm saying? We basically, you know what I'm saying? There's no hate on our side, but on their side, they're yelling, screaming, Trump's this and Trump's that. And look, guys, I don't even know if I'm tripping or not, but one guy had a Schwarzenegger on his shirt.
What?
Yes, bro. I'm like, if Trump, and like y'all calling Trump a racist, but y'all the ones with the Schwarzeneggers on y'all shirts. Like that don't even make sense.
It's insane. Nothing they say or do makes sense.
I put it in a video, bro, and I had slowed it down. So if you want to see it, I'm like, bro, these people are just crazy, man.
Well, it is.
You call Trump the racist, but you're the one with the Schwarzenegger on your shirt. Literally crazy.
So you guys got literally everything happening in your state right now. You got the convention, the recent thing that Trump did, and then the Trump Hotel. How often is something going on like in your guys' area? It seems like pretty often, right?
We try to keep it as active as possible. You got to do it while it's hot.
Amen. That's right.
I'm trying to figure out that in our area, but I just joined the Young Republicans of California, so I'm gonna try to keep up. But you guys seem like you're more in like the area, like doing stuff. I'm just trying to figure out where to go to, who do I need to speak to, but it's hard.
You just gotta show up.
You just gotta get connections, bro. Literally, I got to show
up. Facts.
All right. Yeah, there's like a beach meeting like in a week and a half, and I'm gonna show up with my camera. I'm gonna talk to some people and hopefully get some contacts. That's the plan, at least.
You got it.
Yeah, I'm loving this experience. How long have you guys been doing this stuff, like bringing the light to, or bringing the truth to light?
Since
P-Ray will have to answer to that.
I went to the White House in 2018.
Oh, did you? Wow.
Yeah, with the Young Black Leadership Summit, and
that's
I got
awesome.
ready by Donald Trump.
That's awesome.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
you're part of history, girl.
Yes, and it's crazy because I didn't even know where I was going. All these things. See, every time something good happens to me, it's just that I'm like just trying to go. So this time,
that's God.
I was sitting right
that's
here.
God lining up.
That's it. Yeah, he's correct.
That's God. P-Ray. That's God paving the way for you. You just keep showing up, and He gonna take you to places you never thought you would go. Hands down, I believe. I feel that in my spirit.
That is correct.
Yeah, I was sitting right here, not on this couch, but in the same spot. On the laptop, and I was on this blog that said Sunken Place Poon Festival, and I was like, what is this? And I clicked it, and it was saying that they were having the Young Black Leadership Summit in Gaithersburg, Maryland, and
that's awesome.
And Ben Carson was going to be one of the speakers. So I'm like, okay, I want to talk to Ben Carson about housing in Chicago. So I'm gonna go. Let me see if they still taking people.
Carson, man.
So like I sign up, I Google them. And then I go to the website, I sign up, and then they tell me I can come. So I'm like, all right, cool. So then they're like, if you need help with a plane ticket, let us know. So I'm like, yeah, help me. And so then I got another email that said the President of the United States requests your presence in the East Room. Please click here to RSVP.
Did you say that? You got to frame that, P-Ray.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're glowing right now talking about it. I love it.
I RSVP. And then I go to the White House, and when I get there, I run into Stacey Dash, who is so beautiful. She's like the most beautiful person ever. She's beautiful on the inside. She's beautiful on the outside. And we were in the line together. So I got to like hang out with her. That was a really big part of it because like we were staying up for a very long time. It was hot, but she was so gracious, and she made the experience better. So shout out to Stacey Dash. So I get in the White House, and then I walk right to Dr. Carson. Dr. Carson, you're why I'm here. This administration talks a lot of trash about my city, and it needs to stop. Okay, leave us alone. We're dealing with federal housing management, and you are the HUD secretary. Help us, right? And he's like, he explained me, what's going on, how they're gonna help, and I'm like, thank you. And then Trump got on the stage, gave the best pro-black speech I've ever heard in my life. Okay, my whole life, and I've heard a lot of black speeches, a lot, because my dad was a history major, and he graduated from college in 1981. So he was like that generation right after the civil rights movement that was like hyper pro-black, nationalist, globalist, all this like different type of power people. And I got that message every day, like American history, geopolitics, and World War II. He really liked that. So
he was like well-rounded in every category.
Yeah, and that's why I could just do this.
That's how I try to be too.
Hey, P-Ray, the Martin Luther King quote, "No one's free till we're all free," man. That right when you're saying that, like talking about all this, man, this is how it works, man.
Yeah.
People, no one's free until we're all free.
That's actually what I wanted to say when P-Ray was saying when it comes to we got to get rid of all of this black stuff. That's actually what Martin Luther King wanted too, guys. Yep. Like we're not like people and that's what I'm saying. They always try to victimize preferably white men nowadays to say, "Oh, I don't see color." Oh, you just saying that because you and I hate when people just use that stupid like mindset nowadays that white men can't have an opinion about black people. But
let me tell you right now that who you are makes you who you are.
I'm sorry,
African American heritage, everything. Just like me, white, Puerto Rican, Italian, man, makes me who I am as far as the way I was raised and my family and the get-togethers and just that's what makes America a melting pot from all different walks of life, man. And like for anybody to say that, that's just a talking point. No, man, I love it, dude. I love the fact that
so this is why you can't see color. Let me tell you why. So if you see color, that means you see me and a African person who snuck through the border as the same, okay? You see me and a black Honduran who came through the border the same. Because we're both black people.
No way I don't.
Hold on. I'm just telling you. If you only see color, then you just see that we are two black people. This is why people have a very hard time understanding that we won't accept Kamala as one of ours. Or Kamala. Yeah. How do you say her name? Is it Kamala or Kamala?
There's like 3 ways I've heard. Kamala.
Okay,
I don't know.
Kamala.
That's what I be saying. Kamala, Kamala.
However you want to say
it. At this point, Kamala, who knows?
So that's why we're not accepting her, right? We're not saying that she's a white woman, but we're just saying she's not us. So you got to make it ethnicity based because everything that we're asking for are ethnicity repairs. It's not for everybody. Everybody doesn't have the experience. Everybody doesn't have the lineage, the tie to it. This is our country. And like that's what's making our movement sell so well because we're telling people this is our country. Like just watch the video with the guys. They were like, yes, we love Trump. And then they said, God bless America. They're like, yes.
Do you know about all the Native Americans being black and all that other stuff? All that, the Hebrew Israelites, the lost tribes, you know about all that?
Well, I know about all of that.
Too. I know about that. The 3 lost tribes. It was 12 tribes, but 3. Well, 12 we'll tribes, get into that.
But like they're like there's a whole different.
Your audio's going out, bro.
How you guys were already here in season and with so much, and then this a whole thing, man.
I'm gonna give you a secret. I'm gonna give you a secret. After the Trail of Tears, any natives that stayed were reclassified as Negro. Lots of them. So they told them that you can leave, and if you stay, you're going to be reclassified as a Negro. So, like, a lot of people.
Well, you can see all the old pictures, and you can see in the Native American outfits is they're actually black people. It's not. There's all different colors, but there's black people as well. It's beautiful pictures they have out there that is just.
What time frame are you? What time frame is this? Like what year?
This is before the Civil War. This is before the what is it? Not the Civil War, but the
early 1900s or
the early 1800s. So my people are Choctaw people from Greenwood, Mississippi, and Greenwood, Mississippi was a Choctaw town led by this man named Greenwood LaFleur, and LaFleur County is in the middle of Mississippi. And this is not the Mississippi Delta. These are the Mississippi Hills, which are the mounds, which is the Native American land. So the Choctaw are there. And then Greenwood LaFleur goes and makes a deal with the white man to like leave the land. But then the people got really angry with Greenwood LaFleur for signing their land away, but they all had to leave, except for the people that Greenwood LaFleur kept with him. So then it became mixed with the Choctaw and the white people, but they all owned slaves. So during the Civil War, Greenwood LaFleur, even though he was a slave owner, he couldn't be a Confederate because all the Choctaw in Oklahoma hated him. And so that was his way of like fighting them back using the Union. And he was wrapped
I love hearing stories like that.
When he was buried. And that's the story of Greenwood LaFleur. So I say all that to say we're mixed too with all this Indian blood, you know. That's what makes us look very unique. So when I lived in Africa, people would always ask me, how did I achieve my complexion? They're like, what kind of creams do you use? What type of, you know? And I'm like, no, this is just a light-skinned mama and a brown daddy. And that's it. This is the color that you get. And they don't understand that, but there are different mixes. And so what they told me is that they could see the natives bloodlines in us that make us very different than West Africans. Does that make sense?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Tomahawk Wound on Facebook? Mm-mm. Tomahawk Wound. If you remember, write it down and look up his content. It's beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. That right what you're talking about. Yeah, I think you would really like it.
Someone just commented. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just gonna let you know. Someone just commented saying, "As a Democrat, I'm ecstatic Kamala is the nominee. I wasn't gonna vote for Biden this time around." And that's
what are they happy about? She doesn't have any policies.
That's what I'm saying.
There are no policies. What are they clapping for? I don't
know. They don't even know.
Brainwashed.
They don't
she is
even
the
know.
reason why our country's being invaded by illegals as we speak. You were literally in charge of the border.
Military age males are
it's just laughable. It's just laughable at this
It's not
point.
women and children coming across the border.
No, it's not.
They're majority men. He's right
about that. And they're coming with credit cards and cell phones.
Did you guys see that?
Shirts.
Did you see the picture of the illegal that left the receipt and they like took a picture of it and there was like $15,000 credit still? Like they had that loaded. That's crazy. From our taxpayer dimes. Oh,
they're ones saying
$1,000 is insane, bro.
Yeah. There's ones that saying they're here. They're like NATO troops, right? They're here waiting for a phone call on a cell phone, and whether it's true or not, it's like, why are they getting funded? Why are they getting money? Why are they in hotels when there's people that have died and fought for this country that are homeless in the streets that
they're
don't
coming
get
for us before the election? They're planning on they're going to be coming for us. That's what I really
bigger
believe.
Than that, my buddy. It's bigger than that, bro. They hate this country. They hate this country. They want this country to burn.
Well, they also now here's another Democrat trick. They use the word black jobs.
Oh yeah, they didn't like that.
Simone Bell did that. So what's that woman? Simone
Biles.
It's the gymnast. Yeah. Did you see? She said after she won the gold medal, black job or something like that.
So the press people asked me that in NABJ, they were like, "Well, what do you think about black jobs?" I said, "Any job that a black person has is a black job. All jobs are black jobs."
Was that you that said that?
Like, what do you want?
I just heard that. Were you on a clip saying that?
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, that was me.
Bro, I literally just heard that. It had me laughing. No way. I just heard that yesterday.
That's funny.
Maybe it was today.
Yeah. But it's so true, you know. They're like, "Oh, what's a black job?" Like black people don't get jobs.
Right.
Like,
come on.
What's not a black job? Let's ask that. So
it's
if you're
insulting.
asking me what's a black job, what's not a black job?
It's just a division. It's a low frequency division tactic.
It's insulting how stupid they think Americans are in general. Every color.
Yeah, it
all
really
of us.
is. It really is.
Like,
but it's starting to show how it's like, do they think we're stupid or are we really stupid? That's the real question. Because it's
the answer, it depends on how stupid you vote for the Democrats.
I don't listen. I don't really want to call it stupidity. It's a massive. It's mind control. They've been doing mind control and manipulation on a culture, on a people, on everybody. So it's hard to call people stupid when you've been indoctrinated, whether black or white, since a young kid, right? And so but it's up to every individual to break out of that mind frame, and it's up to people like P. Ray and you gentlemen to continue to break it, because it's only the truth breaks apart because it's a spell. Trust and believe these are spells that are over populations, right? And so the more the truth keeps stabbing into these lies, that the lies will no longer be able to be held together. So it just takes time, it takes hard work, it takes streets, pounding the pavement, and that's how we do this. It's how we make it happen, through prayer and through hard work. That's it. That's the only way it's going to work. Not sitting on our hands, not armchair activists, not just on here, but out there as well. Because this is good, but it takes us also going out and doing whatever, however that works, whether it's talking to people in the grocery store, whether it's talking to your Uber driver. It doesn't have to be like P-Ray where you're at a huge level, but it's got to be something. It's got to be it's a multitude of things. And like I said, prayer is also on top of that, because it is a spiritual battle.
Hey, we got another comment. This election isn't left versus right, but left versus extreme right. Extreme things are never good. If you want a free democracy, you can only vote left. Theatric fascist dictatorships are never fun.
You tell that commenter that the people that are wearing Trump hats are the ones that are getting attacked, not the ones that are wearing Biden Harris shirts.
And Mike thinks we're triggered, even though I'm just laughing.
I like how they still wear masks. Now I can see.
I know
who they are.
You know what? I'm trying to figure out how can I trigger that comment.
Yeah,
so I want to trigger him so bad.
It's good versus evil. That's all it is. It's good versus evil.
That's what it is, though.
And they're saying extreme right, but we're not grooming kids. We're not pushing porn in school. We're not the ones with the open border policies.
There's an extreme left.
Exactly.
See, listen, there's a balance in everything. There's an extreme right and there's an extreme left, hands down. But if you're not having balance, first off, in your mind and in your life, then you're going to be swayed by other people's opinions, because it's just the way it is, man. If you're not stable in your own heart and your own mind, this is what's happened. Our nuclear family's been disintegrated. We have social media at every level barraging us with everybody's truth, and we don't know who we are. I'm not me per se, but as a population, a lot of people don't even know who they are. So they're allowing all of these things that they don't even know. Like P-Ray called me on that.
He is spinning right now, bro.
P-Ray called me on that.
Spinning right now.
Hear me right now. P-Ray called me on that thing that I said about the boule, and like that's what we do. We regurgitate things, but if we're not in a stable mindset and a heart, then we're going to be overtaken by opinions left or right. That's why I feel like P-Ray, you're doing something good here, because you know who you are and you're allowed to hear both sides, but you allow the truth to outweigh that, and you also the anger that God put inside you, because anger is not bad, but anger gets manipulated, turns to bad. But if you can have use anger for good and speak truth through that, come on, dude, it's really changing ourselves, and how we change ourselves. Once we change ourselves, then we can go out like what P-Ray does, what I do, what Jordan. Then that's how we can help other people, because we can't run from a deficit. We can't pour out of our cup if our cup is empty. So it's important that we continue to lift one another up, edify each other. You know what I mean, P-Ray? I'm in love with you right now. I'm not like that, but like as a human being, I love to see this. Like, I don't get to see this. I mean, I do ministry with people and men and women, and I love that aspect of it. But the politics, like I've been in politics for so long. I'm just tired of it. I'm just tired. I don't get to hear. I don't get to see this. So I thank you for what you're doing.
I can do it one step at a time.
That's all we can do.
See who you can meet. That's it. You gotta get in the field.
1 foot in front of the other, man. How do you eat an elephant, P-Ray?
One bite at a time.
That's right.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've been at it for like an hour, guys.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Dennis already dropped, huh?
Yeah, my phone about to die, so you know how this goes.
Bedtime.
Yeah, no worries. It was good talk.
But and John, it was definitely nice meeting you, man.
Yeah,
it's my
pleasure,
really got
man.
the word of God in you, man. I really appreciate that. We need that voice out here, man. Seriously, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me on here, and you might see more of me. It just depends what Jordan's doing, but
definitely.
But you guys are reigniting my fire for politics. I just was kind of like, I mean, I'm telling you, I was in everybody's ear about it. I was on fire like this, and then I got tired of people not listening and whatever. And I didn't do it in a crazy way, but I just was like, people are just so close-minded. But God is pouring out a spirit on all flesh right now. So people are waking up. People are waking up. And so now you're right. The time is now. The time is nigh. So I love you guys, man.
Oh, Dennis
yes,
is out.
sir, brother. Welcome aboard.
Hey, we thought you went to bed.
Oh, Dennis is back.
No.
He was just closing out, Dennis.
Oh.
Yeah.
For an hour and 10 minutes. An hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Good talk, though.
Yeah. It was nice. P-Ray, you did your thing, man.
Yeah, we definitely love those stories. especially about the recent events. Oh,
I love it.
Vashon, tell them what you did Wednesday when you went across the street.
Oh man, so like I said, man, I just confronted the people who were protesting across the street, and I was just asking them questions. I didn't come over there on no smoke for real. You know what I'm saying? Until they basically tried to come and say, "Oh, Trump incited an insurrection," and I said, you know what I'm saying? And you know I have to come back with my talking points, and I said that Trump did not incite an insurrection. He said they're going to march up to the Capitol peacefully and patriotically. And then some guy that's white in a Black Lives Matter shirt, which is insane to me because Black Lives Matter groups, they attack white people just for being white. So I don't even understand why you even got that shirt on. I'm like, you look stupid with that shirt on. Right. And the famous ankle monitor lady, it's like at this point.
I love that part.
Man, this is insane. Like,
and that's your typical liberal Democrat leftist right there, right?
With money.
Or
if they have it, if you have to have a job in order to have money,
right? Well, it's almost like, you know what I mean. I don't know if their parents got money. I don't understand where they this is their reality.
Well, they're also funded through George Soros too.
That's right. They were getting funded through George Soros. That's right. Yep.
Now my question is, can Congress freeze his fund?
George Soros.
Yes.
It's so complex, dude. There's a whole thing with you ever heard of Rules for Radical by Saul Alinsky?
No.
So P. Ray, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is something that so supposedly, and it's been a while since I heard this. It's a long time when I used to do a lot of research that Obama funded 30,000 people. Remember in the summertime when the cities were burning and things like that? And people were showing up in buses, and there was bricks being placed in the air in the neighborhoods and things like that. So supposedly Obama and through other organizations, he used his second-term campaign money to fund courses for Rules for Radicals, where they went through and they learned how to insurrect. Saul Alinsky was a fanatic in Marxism, and so he wrote a book called Rules for Radicals. And so there's a whole thing of that's why they were so organized. That's how they knew how to move and how not to move, and how they came in buses and how they were talking to each other. They were all funded, and all the big, like the main people took courses on how to disrupt, how to cause problems. There was regular people in the bunch, but the people that was the driving force, just like the insurrection, there was FBI agents, undercover agents that were fueling the fire in these situations. Right? It's never just like the Black Panther movement. It's a grassroots movement, but then the government comes in and usurps it, and they stick people in there to disrupt and break apart and band together, so they can't allow these things, right? So I don't mean to get off topic and get into the Black Panthers, but what I'm saying is that there's always a hidden hand in these movements. So P. Ray, keep your heart and your ears to the ground and be careful. You know that you're going to face oppositions, people that you think are just the opposition, but they're really there on assignment, whether it be from the enemy or from somebody else. So stay prayed up, P. Ray.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. And I just want to say a good example what John was talking about would be Fred Hampton, because the cops actually shot him. And,
right. Didn't even hear his story.
Huh? What should take all your things in the meeting room?
He didn't even get a chance to hear what he said. You talking about wasn't he the one that killed him?
I didn't hear about that.
The police killed him, and I believe everybody else that was in that house that day.
No, I'm talking about Hugh P. You talking about Hugh P. Newton when he was killed?
No, he died in '89.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he got somebody drove. He died of a drive-by.
He was the other leader, right? Was he the other leader?
Yeah, Fred Hampton. I think I forgot. It was on the West Side back in 1968. I'm not sure because Fred Jr. Fred Jr. was born after his father was shot and killed. P. Ray, what's street on the West Side that Fred Hampton got shot at?
I think on Monroe or Warren, one of those streets.
Yeah,
Warren, I believe.
Yeah, Warren.
Yeah, so Fred Hampton died over there because he was a threat to the Daily Machine. Mm-hmm. So Mayor Daley, I think it was M, I think it was married. I think it was Jay. He the one who ordered the hit on Fred Hampton, Raw fan. So that's where that story came in at, because I remember back in '98, I met his wife, and I met Fred Jr. too. They some real nice people.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, but you can't have that, right? You can't have you guys patrolling your own neighborhoods. You can't have them protecting your own people. They can't have that, right? They don't. You know, don't get me started, man. The cops are their own. You know, there's good cops out there, but there's a lot of Freemason Brotherhood type deals going on out there where it's just a lot deeper. You know what I mean?
well, you know what? To me, I support the police. I just don't support that bad individual. It's the individual that make it bad.
100% support the police.
Yeah, so that's
it's
one
that
thing.
blue wall of silence that's the bad thing.
Yeah, some of them still honor that code right off.
Yes, there are some amazing cops. Yes.
All right, guys. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about? Because I know you said you had to go, right, bro?
I mean, yeah, my phone was about to die, but I mean,
hey, P-Ray, make sure P-Ray, I want your autograph, so when you make it big, and I can be like, look, I got P-Ray's autograph. I'll put it on the wall.
I got you. I'm just one lady trying to achieve one goal.
That's how we change the world, one person at a time.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Yep. Keep killing it, girl.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Good night, guys.
All right, P-Ray. Everybody, nice meeting you, John.
Nice meeting all of you guys as well. I'll talk to you guys soon, hopefully, and I'll send you guys I'll send you, bro, the copy of the video, and then you can send it to them, and then I'll just subscribe to P-Ray as well. Hope you don't mind.
Yeah,
all right, guys.
P-Ray, you on Instagram or you on Facebook?
I'm on Facebook and I'm on X.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get it.
Oh, tell them about your YouTube channel.
I'll give you their info.
Yeah, it's cool.
And I have a show, Black Excellence Hour. It comes on Sundays at 7 p.m. on Inspirational Radio and on Black Excellence Hour on Facebook.
I'll send you the information, John. I'll find you when we get off this.
Just give me the comments, P-Ray. All right, guys.
Okay.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.